Alright YouTube, we are back. We're doing our Christmas carving today. This is a gift I'm making for my brother. He really loves Krampus. I love Krampus too. I think it's a really neat character. But I'm really terrible at buying gifts, so I've been doing wood carvings last couple years. And this is the one I decided to do. It's going to be extremely difficult because I'm already running into issues right now as far as just trying to get the rough form out. So I decided just to start working on the face. So we've transferred the template onto our block of wood, and I've tried to make some rough sketches. Here's another drawing I did to try and get a profile view. Obviously it's too small to actually use as a template, but it gives you a rough idea of how to try and navigate this. And try to do a little something on the back here, but like I said, I'm having a real difficult time wrapping my head around how to get our rough shape out so that we can start actually carving it and everything. And the only thing I could come up with is just to start on the face, since that's our focal point and that's the real go-to area. We're going to start on the face, and we can work around from there and see what we need to do. Also, quick pointer to anybody, if you remember the Lord of Darkness wood carving, not making the same mistake of trying to do the horns the way I drew them, because it doesn't translate in 3 dimensions. See how they curve over? It looks good for the drawing, you can tell what they are for the drawing, but it doesn't translate onto the block of wood. So we left these kind of straight, and then we can shape them later. Hence why I've not cut all this out. Like I said, it's very difficult carving to try and wrap the head around. And look here, to try and remind us not to get rid of some of this, we need to draw little lines to remind us if we forget. Start making some headway, then you forget what the hell you're trying to do in some areas, and like I said, once you take the wood off, you can't put it back on. And I prefer not to have to carve the horns separate, because I think that'd be a difficult attachment process. Alright, but I don't know if you can tell, we start on the face a little bit on this side, and we're just trying to get the nose profile out. We've etched in the details of the eyes and everything, but the main thing is you got to get the nose profile. Once the nose profile is where it needs to be, then you can start shaping the rest of the face. And it's going to be difficult because I've never done one that's going to be recessed back a little bit. I mean, it's not recessed a whole lot, but I have a small space to work in. Instead of shaping the entire head, it's just the face we're shaping right now, so that's a little bit different. But all we're doing right now is we've gone through and we've outlined with the knife the nose, the eye sockets, the eyebrows, because if we end up cutting those away, at least the knife marks will stay there so we can draw them back on. And what we're doing is we're just going around the perimeter here. Let's see if I carved that. Okay, yeah, I did that. We're just going around the perimeter here, and we're just cutting it, rounding the face out a little bit. So the cheeks, where the beard line is. See, that's another thing, I've never done one with a beard, so gotta work around it a little. But the main thing is you want to get up against the side of the nose here. Might need a small knife for that. Just lift a little extra bit of wood out. And see, it's going to be a very detailed carving as well. It's going to be one of the most detailed ones I've ever done, because we're going to try and put all the chain details and the bells and locks and his weird double mouth here, and we're going to try and detail everything. I thought about doing actual fabric when it's done, and we still might go that route. But for now, we're always going to carve all the details in first. That way, say the fabric, the crushed red velvet suit, and whatever material we're going to use for the white trim, say it doesn't work out. At least we've carved in all the details we want. At minimum, he's going to have artificial hair for his beard, for our element of realism. Because I always try and like to tie a little something extra in. I think not only does it give it a cooler look, but it also stands out better as well. Alright, let me just draw this little shape right there to let us know that's the tip of the nose. And we're going to just notch it a little bit. So we're going to do an angled, semi-plunging cut there. And we're going to come back on the other side. About a 45-degree cut into that. So that first cut should act as a kind of a backstop. Hopefully the camera's not panning in too far. Yeah, okay, not bad. Still got a lot of carving to do. Nice. Round it some. By the way, I got Krampus playing in the background. If you haven't seen the movie, you should definitely see it. I wouldn't call it a non-traditional Christmas movie because it's set during Christmas and everything. And it's not about Santa Claus, Saint Nick. It's about the evil Saint Nick, the shadow of Saint Nick. Really cool story. I remember hearing about it years ago and thought it was neat, but didn't know much about it other than like old Bavarian and German greeting cards with this weird little devil creature looking on it. And then they came out with this movie, and it's one of the best as far as trying to realize what this creepy dude's supposed to look like. Trying to get the brow line going. Honestly, just having a hard time wrapping my head around exactly what to do and how to do it. Because he's kind of just all over the place. And see, like his eye sockets are really sunken in, but he's got an eyeball inside of it. It's just crazy, crazy detail. But if you notice here how we're notching out certain areas so we can try and raise the profile of the nose, because as you see it's still extremely flat, so a lot of this is going to have to be sheared down. If this guy wasn't going to be so hard to do by himself, I thought about doing all Krampus's little creepy helpers, but we had, I think, today, the day I'm starting on, we have, I think, 20 days until Christmas. I'm not saying this guy's going to take me 20 days, but it is nice to have that kind of a cushion. It gives me plenty of time to try and get him done. So I'll be focusing most of my time on him, is what I'm trying to say. So probably wouldn't have time to do any other characters as far as trying to get them done by Christmas. I did have a thought though, their YouTube world. all these carvings I do and everything, I had an idea of all the blanks, as I call them, the rough shapes of other carvings I've done, where I was able to split them and have a second half. I thought about, I would say give them away, yeah, as like a starter kit for people. Don't charge them, I mean, have them cover shipping and handling, but don't charge them for it, and just send it to them and see if they'll make their own little video to go along with it where they've done theirs. So if that makes any kind of sense, give me some feedback there, YouTube people, all you viewers out there, and tell me if that's a neat kind of idea or not. Try to be careful of all these camera angles. Don't want to lose our eye socket. See, look, he has an actual eyeball inside that real recessed socket, so that's just weird. It's going to be very difficult to do. Alright. Yeah, the hardest thing, I guess I'd say for people is getting the nose profiled out. If you can get the nose profile, then you can really work the face after that real much easier.
I just got my ass kicked by a bunch of Christmas cookies, so trust me when I say I can take it.
My goodness. Of course, wouldn't be one of my videos without the dog going nuts. Alright guys, I'm gonna keep piddling on it. We made some progress as far as sinking the face in, getting that nose to extend out some. But we really got to work on it some more to get that nose really jutted out, so then we can have the face follow in behind it. And we're going to knock off all these corners and everything. And we'll be back with our next clip after that.